for Evan. Oh, well, yeah, they, that should be for they.
Okay. So then that would be mes amis, ils sont amusés or yep.
I don't think I heard the helping verb.
I said sont, but mes amis, ils sont
Ce sont.
uh ce sont.
I probably missed the ce then. Ce sont.
Oh, I forgot this, so that's why you missed it.
And then what's the end
Okay.
for that one?
The ending is just gonna be an S because I chose masculine.
Good. Es. Et something.
Yes. Yes, something good.
Good. So that's number 20.
Gotta love you, something good.
All right. And then for the culture, Makai,
Ne pe- oh.
number 24, Les Pays Maghreb.
Ne pe nga Maroc, ne Algérie et na Tunis.
Et la Tunis. Good job. And then Anna, la deuxième religion en France.
Uh, le deuxième religion en France est musulman. Muslim? How do you pronounce it?
Musliman. You're right.
Musliman.
Okay, good. And then if you had to give both of you guys write out and give me a past tense with reflexive verb negative.
Okay.
And it basically using any reflexive verb you want. I'm going to add that because I think it's one of the harder things. And like you said, they skipped over it. Just have to remember the ne and the pa go around the helping verb and the reflexive pronoun.
So we can make up anything we want. Okay.
Past tense, negative, reflexive. And then type it in the chat. Maybe that'll help me to make sure you're seeing it correctly
Okay.
and for you to write it correctly. Huh. We will add that one sentence negative to the test.
I have to choose now.
The verb.
Decisions. What's the word for yesterday again?
Yeah, Hier.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You said Hier?
Uh-huh.
Okay, just making sure. I'd swapped the I and the E. Let's see, can my keyboard do this? Can my keyboard do Santagu? Um, I think it actually can.
If you hold the E down, that's what mine does. You hold the E
Yeah,
down.
mine doesn't do that,
All right.
but I have a little button which I can use to get to a little like thing on the screen where I can choose different symbols.
Yeah, yeah.
So I can go to language symbols.
Okay.
Where's that Santagu? Santagu, where are you?
So, yeah, Makai, you're going to type yours for me too, okay?
Um, hmm. Yes. But that doesn't work.
Well, that's okay. If it does, if it won't do the accent, don't worry about it.
We're imagining an accent.
Okay.
Uh, we're also no, actually, I think I can do that symbol.
All right. Awesome.
If I can't do something, at least I can do this. Wait, one sec. I just had an idea.
Okay.
I think I can get it to work.
So while they're doing that, Evan, I'm going to tell you real fast. Number one was une brosse à dents, two, on peigne, trois, une glace, quatre, une brosse, cinq, un ressoir, and then six is B, seven D, eight A, nine C, 10B, 11B, 12C, 13A, 14 is se lave, 15 se brosse, ENT at the end, 16 nous amusons, 17 me couche, and 18 terrasse. And 19 vous vous appelez comment? Appelez APPELEZ. And then 20 je me lève tôt. Make sure you have the accent grave over the E of lève. That's how they change. And then 21 c'est lavé with an extra E. 22 se sont lavés, no accent, I mean no agreement. And then 23 se sont amusés. So I forgot to push record, but now you have all the answers. So when you come back, you can do the test. Yes, Nakai?
How do you say once a week?
Une fois par semaine.
Okay.
Make sure you're doing past tense though.
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Une fois par semaine is spelled like this. Fois is time, and then it's week. Une fois par semaine. So the pa has to go after say. And you also take the S out.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not say. The S apostrophe EST is for il or L. So it would be je me suis pas lavé with an accent.
Okay.
I can do that again. Je me suis pas lavé. Une fois par semaine. Je me suis pas lavé tôt hier. Okay, good job. And then you got the extra E because it's you. So that makes sense.
Yeah, it was such a fun hassle. I realized that if I went to Google Translate and I put in the word, that
Oh,
it would do the accents for me. And then
so it's not an option on your keyboard, huh? For
no, it might be, but I can't seem to find the correct like
okay.
I have a bunch of language symbols.
Not that one. I've got
Yeah.
a MacBook and I just press down on the E and all the accents come up. And then I have to click on the one I
Oh,
want.
that's convenient. If I press down on the E, all I get is a lot of E's.
Your computer might be a little older. My Mac.
Yeah, or it might just I think I don't know. Maybe it's just designed differently. I mean it's a couple years old. I think it's like 2.
Yeah, if
No,
it's
I think it's only like a year old. It's a
well, then
baby,
it's just somewhere on there that you haven't figured out yet, probably. So
probably. I mean, I have a button which brings me to it. It just doesn't have the correct ones or I can't find them.
good. All right, that's it. And then Leve would have the accent. Good. Awesome. All right, look at the vocab. Um, I think I told you the ones. Look over all of them and see if you remember everything. Anna, do you remember what se dépêcher means?
Se dépêcher. Where is that?
The first doing daily activities towards the end.
I know. Se dépêcher. That's like to hurry yourself.
Good job. Then Makai, how about s'habiller? Right above that. S'habiller.
To get ready.
To get yourself dressed.
Okay. What page are we on?
Vocab is the next page over from the test, 429.
Okay.
So that is from yeah, doing daily activities. Okay, and then Anna, how about I think you know all those articles. How about en éveillé? Identifying
Un
health.
avier.
Do you remember what that is?
Where is that? Because my brain is not immediately remembering, but if I see the spelling.
Household appliances.
Household appliance. Oh, avier. That is sink.
Good job. A sink. All right. Makai, how about une télécommande?
A remote.
Good job. Then discussing home activities. Anna, débarrasser la table.
That's clearing the table.
Good. Or, yeah, clearing it. Faire la vaisselle. Makai.
To wash the dishes.
Good. To do the dishes. Let's see. Éteindre. Anna, éteindre.
Is that like to turn off?
Yes, good job. And then the opposite, allumer. Makai.
To turn the light on.
Yeah, it's to turn it on. It could be a TV too, actually. TV or light. Okay. And then how about une émission, Anna?
Oh, that's a show.
Good. And then changer de chaîne, Makai.
Change the channel.
Good. This is pretty easy. Une publicité, Anna.
Une publicité, that's commercial. A commercial.
Yeah. And then d'abord, down at the bottom, d'abord.
Is it me?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Okay.
That would be d'accord, very close. So d'abord is when we're telling the order of different things that you do. Brush your teeth and then this. Do you remember, Anna, what that one was? D'abord.
But the then,
Or
No,
is it next?
next.
that's the next one down, ensuite.
Oh, that's ensuite. The bourg. Then I suppose that would be first.
First. D'abord, first. And
Uh,
then I do that. Mhm.
ensuite, and then enfin, finally,
Yeah.
lastly, rather.
Right, Makai, how about, oh no, we did that one already. Tout suite.
All of
It's a tricky one. It's not very literal.
okay. Let me look this up.
Okay. Anna, do you remember tout suite?
Put the sweet. I don't. Oh, that one's
Tout de suite, like if you're saying, dépêche, tout de suite, bien, tout de suite. Yeah, you don't remember either. It's right away, right away.
oh right away. So
Okay.
it's
That's another way they would say quick. Tout de suite, quickly, hurry up.
okay. How to remember that? Is that similar to se dépêcher?
Well,
I
dépêche is
guess.
the verb, tout de suite is an adjective, right away,
So, but they're sort of related in the way that.
that they can be used.
Mhm.
All right, guys, that's the whole test. Do you guys have any other
Uh,
questions, or you want to just take the time to study? Do you have any questions on what the test is going to be?
Uh,
um, what congregations are we doing?
So you will do the past tense of a reflexive verb, which actually you're going to do a present tense and a past tense. Those are the verbs for the chapter. Reflexive past is on 413. You could do either one. You could do the one that they have. Je me suis lavé, tu t'es lavé. That's the past tense. And then they also introduce just regular reflexive present tense on 408, where they used either se laver or s'habiller.
Okay.
I would say those are the only, because that's a lot with the negative and everything. Yeah, that's the only verbs they had. Yes, Makai?
actually, I think I already have it in my notes.
Okay.
I think you told us about that last week.
Go ahead and just so that I can see you remember the change of the accents. When you do your present tense conjugation, do se lever and do s'appeler. Look at page
Okay, so present tense do se lever and se la- Okay.
look at page 412. Those happen to be present tense reflexive, but they're the only two that change the spelling. So that was the only other thing they put in here for grammar. So if you just use those for your present tense reflexive verbs to conjugate, you can kill two birds with one stone. So se lever to get yourself up, and s'appeler to call yourself. Okay, you can write those now in the past tense now if you want, just to practice. That's always the only way to really study a conjugation is to write it.
After we do that, can we potentially play Hangman?
I don't see how that would be possible. There's only two of you.
We would find a way.
Seems to me if he's the only one who's guessing, that would take, I don't know. No, I don't think it's gonna work. It's just
It
too.
would just be A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Oh, look, there's the word.
I'm not quite sure how that would work.
It would just be, can you define this word?
How about instead, I'll make you guys think in French and you're gonna tell me a past tense verb in reflexive. Anna, both of you guys are gonna come up with a past tense sentence in reflexive with a reflexive verb right now. You can
Oh,
write
right now.
We can
Uh,
type it in the chat.
you can write it or you can just tell me if it depends on what you need to do.
Okay.
Writing it usually is easiest for me first and then typing. But yeah, come up just so you can use it in
yeah,
context.
or I could not write it and just
You can,
knowledge. No, maybe. Uh,
if it comes to you just on top of your head, that's good. If you don't need to write it.
je ne me suis pas lavé en air. I don't know what, like, I could just say air, but that's yesterday because I didn't shower yesterday.
Yeah, but that's the
Uh,
exact same thing you already did, isn't it?
But that's the same thing I already did, no, I didn't wake up early yesterday, so I
Oh,
don't want
okay.
to repeat, which means I have to do a
Oh,
different
Makai did
verb.
love. That's right, Makai did lave. Okay.
Yeah.
You-
Which means I have to do a different verb. So instead of lave or leve, what's another one I could do? Mm.
There's ones that are always reflexive, and then there's some that are sometimes reflexive. Do you remember promener? Do you
Oh
remember?
yeah, but
Mhm.
I did walk yesterday.
Okay, go ahead and tell me that one then.
Well, I did, so I can't because it has to be past tense.
Well, you don't have to do it negative. It can be
Or
positive.
not negative. Oh, it doesn't have to be negative.
You already did negative. Just
Or
positive.
I did negative. Okay. Je me suis promenade. Or wait, why would that be congregated?
So, je me suis promène. It's an E,
Promène.
just an E on the.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Uh, je me suis promène.
When? Quand? Yeah.
Uh, oh, I just walked during
Samantha.
the whole day. We neuf heures? No, 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 no. I don't know what the time. I
That's
know
okay.
the numbers. I just don't know what time I walked.
You said on 9 heures. That works. At 9 o'clock.
No, j'ai
What are you trying to say?
um j'ai réveillé à 9 heures.
Ah, je me rêve à 9 heures.
Je me rêve. Oh,
Mhm.
sorry. Je me rêve à 9 heures.
Men-
Je me promène.
Promène.
Promène. I keep promène.
But,
Promène, promène, promène.
but
Je me promène.
je me
Uh,
suis, past tense, je me suis.
je me suis. Oh, past tense. Yeah. Fun,
Promener.
fun, fun.
And then would be,
Je me suis promène à 11 heures. There we go.
all right, good. Yes, Makai?
Yeah.
How would you say 8?
Wheat.
Uh,
H-U-I-T. Wheat.
okay. Je me suis pas wheat.
Got to do
Uh,
a verb first. Je me suis what? What's the reflexive verb?
uh, oh man.
Yeah, it's easy just to do it right out of the book, but always harder when you got to do it in your head. But when you start doing it in your head, you'll learn it fast. You'll learn it more thoroughly. That means you know it.
Hold on. This might take a little while.
Okay. Just do
Yeah.
a past tense, and je me
Uh,
suis, it's the beginning if it's you, and then it'll be laver or réveiller or promener for the verb.
oui, mon père parle français et uh, il, what's the word to ask? Like, what's the verb?
Demande.
Commande. Il
Demande. And if he's asking you something, it would be me demande.
me demande. Uh,
So we
il,
haven't really done that yet, but it's using it as a reflexive verb onto somebody else. So if you could say he asked me, il me demande. Does that make sense?
okay. Il me demande. Il, uh, tu comprends? Tu comprends? Tu comprends?
Tout le,
Et, hmm,
tout le temps, il demande
tout
ça
le temps.
all the time.
No, like, no, I'm trying, like, comprendre, understand.
Yeah, so I'm saying, does he ask you that all the time? Tout le temps.
Oh, oui,
That's good.
il, euh, je comprends,
Oh,
mais, je ne parle français, euh,
avec Louis.
beaucoup,
Mhm.
et je ne,
Good.
so I don't know I can understand what he's saying, but I'm like, I don't know how to respond.
Oh, you can figure it out. I love that he's speaking to you in French. That's such good practice.
Oui, mais, euh, il parle français à, hmm, à le supermarché
Oh,
et à,
oh,
et à l'école et à
oh my goodness. Partout. That means all over. Partout.
et partout.
Oh, yes, Mackay?
How would you say on theme? I mean, what is the meaning of on theme?
Enfin means finally.
Okay.
Like if you're doing D'abord, ensuite, and then enfin. First I do this, then I do this, and then finally I do this. Enfin.
Okay.
Mhm.
Man. How would you say ate Caribbean food yesterday?
So that's reflexive. J'ai mangé la nourriture de Carabe hier. I want you to try to do something reflexive.
Okay.
Mhm.
Je me suis mangé.
No, you didn't eat yourself. You can't use that
Oh
verb.
yeah. Okay.
There are
Uh,
some verbs you can use reflexive. I just taught Anna one because she said her dad asks her. So she said, Il me demande, he asked me. So you can use a reflexive verb like that as well. You want
Maybe I should say something else.
yeah, try to figure
oh,
something.
I'm dropping stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, it can just be one of the verbs from the chapter because you haven't, those are the only reflexive verbs you've learned are the ones from the chapter so far. It's a lot of your routine in this chapter to get up and to wash your face and to brush your hair and all that. I think we will learn next chapter the way you can extend the reflexive verb to be used with other verbs, like I just taught you, Anna. He asked me. Um, there's lots of. Oh yeah, if you want to look at it, Anna, it's on page 442.
442.
Yeah, it's basically using the reflexive pronouns with any verb. He invites me,
Okay.
speaks to me, he looks at me, he explains it to us. All of those can be made into reflexive that way, and then you know who it's referring to. So
I
So
just say I got up at 5 o'clock yesterday. How would you say that? I got up at
I I je me réveillé.
Je me suis
Je
réveillée.
me suis réveillé à 5 heures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job, you did it. Hooray. So you have it in your brain. You just couldn't come up with it originally as far as what to say, but that's okay.
Yeah, because I didn't do too much yesterday, so I didn't.
Oh, that's all right. You're being literal.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I feel like this chapter, if you get down to reflexive verbs and their conjugation, I feel like this chapter test is not that hard. There's not tons of grammar. And
it's not like last chapter's test.
that one, it was a killer, all those verbs you had to memorize.
It was like there were like I had 3 pages.
I know, but you guys both did well on it. So, all right, I think we'll end early. It's quarter till because we got through all the test material, and Evan's not